One of the things that we've found as we've been developing resources for families is that there's a discrepancy, a pretty large discrepancy about how early and often Black families versus white families or families of color have to sort of talk about race and racism. Is there a conversation that, all families need to be having? What would you all hope that families are talking about with their children?
It feels touchy for me because it hits so close to home. I can hold the tension of wanting to shield your child and not wanting to have these super hard conversations, out the gate about, just the things of our world. But I think that we can approach it from day one with our kids, all parents. And Black parents tend to know that we have to, because the safety of our children depend on it. And the way that we interact in the world and how the world views our children depends on that. That is the reality. And I think that it also points to the disconnect of, well, racism is like a Black people and people of color problem. It's not a white person's problem, but it's all of our problem.
I think the appropriate time to have these conversations with our children is going younger and younger because of the world we live in. And I think that rather than looking at it as like a one and done conversation, well, I talked to my kid about race, so I guess that's over with. Like that the same way that we're trying to do for ourselves to make it an ongoing lifelong process, to look at it the same way in raising our children, that this is a conversation we're going to have 1,000 times before they leave home, whether the family is white or Black. But to create the world that we want to see, this conversation has to be happening.